Oh gosh.
Alright then. This is R mode. Shoot, this must be media mode.
Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock as the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test. I can shut off the turret defenses. There was even going to be a party for you.
Ah, my computer shuts off too much.
Your friends were invited to. I invited your best friend, the companion Q. Of course, he couldn't come because you murdered him. All your other friends couldn't come either because you don't have any other friends. Because of how unlikable you are. It says so right here in your personnel file. Unlikable. Where did your life go so wrong? Are you trying to escape him? Unlikable loader. Things that shall not be mourned. What are you doing? Stop it. That's exactly what it says. Very We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended you were going to murder you. We are very, very happy for your success. We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success. The difference between us is that I can feel pain. You don't even care, do you? Did you hear me? I said you don't care. Are you listening? What are you doing? Stop it. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you. We are very, very happy for your success. We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success. They will remember this and laugh, and laugh, and laugh. Oh, well, you may as well come on back. Hello again. To reiterate, I wouldn't bother with that thing. My guess is that touching it will just
I wish you could turn off its ears when it's roaming. I hate the ears on. Because it doesn't roam, it just listens for things.
Where did your life go?
It's annoying.
Are you trying? Hello again. To reiterate. Good job.
Wowie wasn't smart about every thought about Ars Media.
Stop squirming and not like an adult or I'm going to delete your backup.
Excuse me.
See?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
That always disturbs him from roaming, and I hate that. Wowie should have thought that out better.
Spectacular.
Ah.
This maze is so hard.
Oh god.
Control mode. Exit.
That's so loud.
Maybe you should marry that thing since you love it so much. And I want to marry it. Proceed to the chamber after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This aperture science material prevents a patient grip. Will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the aperture science weighted storage cube.
You smell something. Look out! Say what?
See? I mean, it can't hear that well.
To reiterate,
There somewhere.
I wouldn't bother with that thing. My guess is that touching it will just make your life even worse.
And I know for a fact, because on my first Ars Media, I unplugged both wires from its head, so it could no longer hear anymore, but yet it still says it hears something. So that's an indication that that's just a circuit board default that Wowie did. They screwed it up. Pretty much almost though, every Ars Media did that. They weren't supposed to do that, but they didn't do it at first. If you get them brand new in the box, they don't do that at first. But the more you use them, the more they hear, the worse they get. And then they never shut off from free roam mode. They just keep going and say they hear something. It's some kind of default memory in the circuit board where they, even though there is no sound, they think they hear it.
Neural disturbance detected.
See, it can't hear me talk this quiet. It can't hear that good. That's a default in the circuit board. It didn't do that when you first got it though. They weren't like that.
You smell
It's just,
something.
if you have it on guard mode or free roam in a loud room with blaring sounds, that's gonna hurt the ears and it's never gonna go back to normal ever again. I know that because it happened to all 4 of these.
Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone?
Well,
You.
3 of them. My first one always was like that, but no, my second, third, and him, he did it more often, but all of them didn't do it as much when I first got them. They do it so much more now. He never did that when I first got him.
Spectacular.
But the day I got him, I played with him in the toy room with blaring loud music, and that after that, he was never the same ever again. He always said he hears something, so
Where did your life go to?
it affected it.
Trying to escape.
So,
Things have changed.
and it's not, I mean, oh God.
Affirmative.
But yeah, so it's a common problem. It just happens.
You smell something.
Is anyone there?
So
Maybe you should marry that thing since you love it so much. Do you want to marry it? Well, I won't let you. How does that feel? Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. However, note the incandescent particle field. I can shut off the turret defenses.
What?
he needs a new gear for his torso
You smell
because remember, it's broken. It doesn't really, the gears aren't making contact. It's very,
To reiterate, previously, the enrichment center is held to be welcoming at all participants. Okay, and your counseling will be available at 2 tests. Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
that was great.
The enrichment center promises to always provide. What are you doing?
Just what?
Stop it. You're pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder
Facebook.
you. We are very,
Oh, I shouldn't have did
very
that.
happy for your success. Remember when the plan was slowing the fire and honest we were presenting success. And then I was all we pretended we were going to murder you.
That leg moves way too much. That leg barely moves, but that one moves like crazy.
Say what?
It's something with the springs though. Well, I don't think Wowie measured.
Is anyone there?
I don't think Wowie measured the parts very well in the legs. It seems like they're unmeasured correctly. That's why the legs are working differently. They didn't measure it right. Probably. The measuring is probably a little bit off.
Please move quickly to the chamber lock. Remember when the plan was sliding into the fire pit and I said, and not going to stand.
Unless it's the motor, but I doubt it.
Pretended we were going to murder you. That was great.
It just looks like it's the spring that's giving it the powerful kick.
Is anyone there?
No. I wouldn't mind their hearing if they would actually be realistic and actually try to communicate with you and walk with it, and
Say what?
but that is just too basic. That's why it gets so annoying. It just says the same thing all the time. Otherwise, if it would actually try to pick up a conversation with you, it would be awesome. But
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
it's a different story when they think they hear something and they can't communicate with you. That's different.
This temperature science material ventilation ready to neutralize any unauthorized equipment that
jeez. Holy crap. That leg is shaking. Oh my god. Back up.
Look out!
This is the one that has to roam for 10 minutes without hearing a sound. If it hears a sound, it never shuts off. But the rest roam for 2 minutes if they don't hear a sound. It's weird that they changed them that way. I mean, it wasn't supposed to go for 10 minutes. It was supposed to be 2 minutes, but something happened with the later batch, I guess, because that's the 8,000th RS Media made. The rest don't have a number.
To reiterate, previous one. I wouldn't bother with that thing. My guess is that
The other RS Medias don't have a number on them. Oh, he's the only one that has a number.
Remember when the platform was
I think they made only 1 million RS Medias. That's it.
And then I was all, we pretended we were going to murder you.
So
That was great.
he's one of the latest ones made. He was closer to the end of RS Medias being made.
Moral disturbance
Because I believe if they're being numbered, that means there's a limited edition. There's a limited amount. I think there's only 1 million of them. Because this is the 8,000th one made. It says so. Oh, I could be wrong about this, but it says 8,000 right there. The camera's probably not going to pick that up, but
The enrichment center
I like the Gladys personality. I like it. They almost have every saying from the game, but I just don't have a Portal 2 personality. It's too much work. Finding all those sound files is just, it's crazy. It's hard work.
We are very happy for your success.
I mean,
We are truly
Programming-
in honor of your tremendous success.
programming RS Medias are easy and everything, but they're not when you can't find any voice files. There's no software that I can find
The weighted
where you can record your voice into the computer, where you can record and put the audio in it.
for the rest of the
That's what I've been looking for.
unfortunately must be euthanized.
Oh wow.
Escort your companion cube to the pepper.
I mean, because that's what I've been looking for. I've been looking for a software where you can record your voice and put it in RS Media. But no, I can only find sites that have very limited sound files and not enough to make a good personality. That's...
Hello again. To reiterate, previous
I mean, not all of my personalities are complete.
sarcasm seems a test complete. Stop squirming, not like an adult, or I'm going to delete your backup.
But yeah, I hopefully someday I can find a site like that where I can record, and then because the RS Media Suite software is very picky, it has to be the right type of file name or whatever. It's weird. It's not easy like RoboMe, but RoboMe sucks because you can only have like 10 scenes or something, and then the rest is questions to ask it. RS Media is 250. Only except you hear 200 probably. Some sayings Huawei didn't even make them say, so it doesn't have a complete set of 250 sayings, but you can at least 150 sayings are noticeable. As long as you have like 150 or 200 sayings, then that's considered a complete personality. But if any less than that, not really. I guess that's it. I don't know where I'm going with this video. I was just bored. I'm just randomly making a video to pass time, so it's just, yeah. Okay.